Now that we've seen how to modify the appearance of our pages, we'll also take a look at how we can centralize the design of the controls that show up in the forms. For example, color and font type. We'll do this without having to modify the controls within the forms themselves. This is what the theme object type exists for. If we look into the customization folder, we'll find these themes, and we can see which one GeneXus applies to our objects by default. If we open it, we can see that it's basically a list, a tree of control classes. If we select the button class, for example, this is the look of the buttons, which we've already seen when we ran our application. And if we press F4 to edit its properties, we see the set of properties we need to configure in order to define the design aspects of this class. Each control type includes various possible classes. Within this button class, we have the subclass, for example, button delete. This inherits its properties, but it will allow us to modify its characteristics. We'll return to our airline transaction, and if we select the button, we can see the delete button's properties. We see that it's been assigned to this button delete class. But we could change it if we wanted. And in this way, there's a perfect division in our application between the behavior and the design. It's also possible to export a theme from our KB, send it to a graphic designer, have him or her configure the aspects of the class, and then we can import it back into our KB. In order to do this, the graphic designer does not need to have GeneXus installed, just the theme editor. The theme editor is a utility that only allows us to work with this particular kind of object. So we can conclude that the master page and theme type objects are the most important objects when it comes to modifying the looks and appearance of our application.